Order filled.
Do trade in between those times. That's what I found out through a lot of journaling is like those times right there are not the best times, at least personally for me. And that's not to say that I don't take trades in between those times. Sometimes, there will be a trade to be taken, but for the most part, I lose more during those times than I win.
Markets are usually flat during those. That's what we call the New York lunch hour, 11 to 2 or 11 to 1 Central Time.
Order filled.
Eastern Time. And that's when, liquidity volume tend to die up. Markets go flat going into the close. So it's kind of a dead zone for the market. So that lines up with what a lot of other people believe also, that when everybody else is taking lunch, maybe you should be taking lunch too. But every once in a while, you do get that move. Is it worth sticking around for every single day? It's debatable. Depends on what kind of trades you're looking for. But yeah, that is sort of a very quiet time during the day.
Exactly.
It is. Even like Deanna has talked about it too. It's like the time of day that you trade is just as important as any levels or system that you're using. So it's
Order
not
filled.
shocking for someone like anyone really to go look at their journal and be like, I am not good between 11 and 1, but I crush it between 8:30 and 10 or between 2 and 3.
Exactly.
It's like it all matters. It all matters. Like trying to trade pre-open, like absolute slop nightmare. But I'm sure someone out there really enjoys trading half an hour before the open. Other thing too is like you just don't need that much time to be profitable, and the market will be more than happy to take all the money you're willing to give it in whatever time frame you're willing to trade. Man, Nasdaq's still moving lower here.
Yeah, I don't.
It's creeping down too.
This little grind lower is pretty. I don't really like it.
We're moving back inside. We got yesterday's value area high in the ES at 56.8375. We're on top of that right now. Settlement price is next 56.74 half, another target. But yeah, we just keep
Order
continuing
filled.
down ticking. Continuing to down tick for the moment.
Yep. Still riding the wave from 900s. Like, how far is that going to reject down? It was like a daily. I mean, even the daily level got up there. Although I thought we might get to like 936s. But if this is like a daily sort of rejection to 900s, then maybe we get back down to 600s. That would be right about in the middle, I believe, of the entire day, which would kind of make sense. Yep, 600s.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the 50% of the entire day, which might be a nice little settling spot after all this wonkiness that happened today. Just incredible ranges the last couple of days. Have you enjoyed these sort of these markets, Johnny? I mean, every market is good for a different trader. Is this something that you've enjoyed in the Nasdaq?
Order filled.
Back to these 100-point, 300-point ranges.
Yeah, man, it's the volatility is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. I usually don't like when we start going like super range bound and the ranges are like extremely tight. I hate range trading. I'm not gonna lie. Range trading kind of trips me up sometimes. Because sometimes like they'll leave like the external highs or lows of a range, and you'll think it's going there, then it doesn't, and it just I don't know. It trips me up.
So we were more of a Momo trader then? Momentum?
Yeah, exactly.
Momentum and breakouts, yeah.
Really, I'm kind of waiting for us to drop down into this low here. It kind of looks like it's drawing down towards that low. We do have another 1 hour gap here on the NQ, and then right near that low on ES is another 1 hour gap. So I'm thinking we could draw down into there, depending if like this 1 minute gap holds right here on ES. I think we could deliver from here down into that low there.
Yeah. So you're looking for shorts then, or are you just looking for it
Order
to move
filled.
down so you could maybe get long?
Yeah, I'm looking for it to move down to maybe get long. I do like that level up here on the ES, 57.39.
739, nice.
Nice equal highs up here.
Yeah.
We're approaching a buy zone in the NQ also, Dolby. We've got that zone between yesterday's high at 44 and settlement price right around, settlement price right around 604. So there's like a little 40-point buy zone coming up here in the NQ.
Yep. I'm for sure looking at 600s. That's pullback to 660s was pretty interesting too for a potential like stair step continuation short on the 1 minute. Which has been a really clean sort of trade thus far since coming down off of 900s. A lot of nice little 1 minute ranges, which I know Johnny does not like ranges. Well, what about a 1 minute range,
Yeah.
Johnny? Are those bad too, or do you like a 1 minute range? Those are pretty harmless.
Yeah, I don't really the 1 minute's cool. There's a time and a place for it. Like with
Yeah.
the 50-minute POIs, that's usually when I use the 1 minute. But other than that, I'm not really on the 1 minute as much. I'm usually on like the
Mm.
5, 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really on the 1 minute too much.
Mm. I saw that you switched
Right
to
now,
ES. Yeah, go ahead.
sorry, I was gonna say like right now I'm on the 1 minute just because the 5 minute there's no gaps. So the 1 minute's providing me more clarity, I guess, to
Yeah.
deliver lower. You can see, I mean, this is
Mhm.
working out here.
Yeah. I saw that you said you
Order
trading the ES
filled.
right now. Do you always trade E-minis, or do you switch markets and keep the E-minis?
Yeah, I'm usually trading minis. The reason why I'm on micros over here on NQ because I'm usually an NQ person, but yes, did look a lot cleaner over here when I took that first trade. Um, but I'm usually on minis, and the reason why I'm on micros right now is because I'm already up for the day, so no reason
Right.
to put on the same amount of risk that I did like this morning. And last night also I caught a overnight short, so that's why I'm up so much on the day as well.
Oh, so you do some overnight trading too then. That's good.
Yeah, sometimes if the setup is there,
Yeah.
We got some selling pressure coming into the Nasdaq right now. We're right in the middle of that buy zone. I kind of pointed out from yesterday's value area high down to settlement price. We kissed the overnight VWAP right at 19,618.
Yeah, we're
Order
just down to that
filled.
What are
low
we
here.
thinking here? How's it looking
Right.
on your ES zone? Still thinking long
Talking to me?
here? Yeah, Johnny. Still thinking long?
Well, I'm waiting for the sweep of these lows here down into this 1 hour gap here on the ES. Go ahead and mark that out
1 hour
right
gap. Let's see
there.
if I can find
There we
it.
go.
Oh, I think I found it.
Oh, okay.
Is it
That was a little deeper than I thought it was.
between like 61 and 73, give or take?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I'm learning. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for us to tap into here, and then off of that, then I'll look at the 5 minute to see if we get, that change in delivery, that break of structure back to the upside.
Nice. What if I became an
Take some
ICT
patience
trader?
for these
Chat
sort of
wizard on.
setups, but
No, I got this locked in now. Now I'm into this ES trade that you're talking about.
Got a nice
It's funny how we
bounce off
just
a settlement price.
yeah.
Decent bounce off settlement. Now we look for a 3-bar reversal, right?
If we are Dakota, yes, absolutely. So now I'm looking for the fair value gap that you just referred to. If that does not really exist on NQ, it looks like all of those got filled. Maybe besides for one between 640 and
yeah.
660. Is that right?
Yeah, the 641 and 658, that 1 hour gap right there on NQ, we still have
Yeah.
that. So
Okay.
as
Cool.
long as this candle doesn't close a body below it,
Mm-hmm.
that's still valid in my eyes.
Still valid. Okay.
Hmm.
I mean, also we just had those 600s just bounce 40 points so fast, so fast. Was there another stair step short opportunity here? So if you're ICT trader, are you looking to short the bottom of the fair value gap or no in NQ? Because we're just getting back up inside of it right now.
No, no, the 1 hour hasn't closed, so I'm still assuming this is still valid, and we're kind of just wicking down here to take out like lower time frame lows.
Gotcha.
ICT, he likes to say that wicks do the damage, bodies tell the story, and I completely agree with that statement.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So I want to see
Wicks
us drive
do the
one more
damage.
time lower here on ES, tapping into
Yep.
this gap here.
If we can get a nice little 1 minute range right around this 640s, I might have to slam a short here. Give me like one more minute, 30 seconds. Let's see if we can hang out around here. Maybe we can get that pushed down to 600s and then get your bounce back up higher.
We'll be looking for a short in the NQ right now. All right.
Or just keep on stair stepping. That's it. I mean, nice downtrend, stair step shorts. We'll see it. Like, I'm a little bit nervous because we got 600s right there, and we saw what happened. At sometimes these big round numbers, the bounces can just be massive.
That is a big fat round number. 19,600.
Sure, I don't want to get caught on the wrong side of that. It looks like it's still bouncing.
Also settlement price down there. And now we're back through. We came all the way through our buy zone. That zone from 644 down to 04. Now we're right back through it.
It's a daily. This could be a big bounce. All right, if we can reconsolidate over 640, this might be a pin reversal. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
All right, let's
There's
see.
this 4-hour chart looks good for longs.
Yep.
4-hour chart does look good for longs.
Yes, especially off those 600s.
Yep.
The daily. What's the daily looking like?
Ridiculous. If you want to talk about Wicks doing the damage, everybody is damaged right now. Everybody. I think the wick from candle body low to wick low is 316 up to 600, so almost say 270-ish points. And then from the top side, it's say 900 down to 650. Those are pretty brutal wicks. Brutal wicks.
Folks yelling us in chat. Initial balance high. This is support. Initial balance high in the NQ. 19630. 19630.
If we can get a pullback.
Thanks for the heads up, Hogue.
Kind of already getting it on a 30-second, which is a very small time frame.
19620. I'm corrected. Initial balance high in the NQ. 19620.
Yeah, so market's just kind of slowing down here, to be honest.
Order filled.
We're waiting on more news.
Yep.
We're definitely waiting on more news. There's more headlines. More headlines are imminent going into the close. There's going to be some action.
Oh, man.
Dolby, what's your case for the short again here?
I don't have one anymore. I don't have one. I don't have one. I had one, and now it's gone. So what we were looking at initially was... What time did we start this segment? Okay, so this was the initial range I was looking at. Is this 1 minute range? And it was really, really good and tight. And I think what happened was we had 700s, and then we had 600s down here. I was looking for momentum, like a continuation short off of 900s. And since there was like a daily level rejection, I want to look at daily levels that the daily chart is respecting. And so we had 600s, which was, we had support at March 18th. March 21st, and then even the candle body close from yesterday was right at around 600s. And so the idea was to short into 600s. But now that we've bounced off of it, now I'm looking for higher highs and higher lows. So maybe we can get long on a pullback and ride this new wave that might be forming, which is the bounce off of 600. So far, it's pretty damn bouncy, JD. Pretty damn bouncy.
It was a bounce. Sure was. Settlement price, initial balance high. There was a lot of signals pointing to a bounce as we traded down there.
Yeah. It's okay, though. Feels good just to, like, change your bias.
No FOMO.
And get aligned. And just get aligned with the market. It feels good to be aligned. Rather than eyeballing a trade and having it just get completely steamrolled.
No FOMO. No FOMO.
No FOMO. JD, that's FOMO today. Not gonna lie. You still get FOMO, Johnny? Is there any like lingering like trader habits that you still have to fight back? FOMO?
Sometimes, yeah, but I mean, I think everybody goes through that. Just emotions, human emotions. it's normal to feel that whenever you have a ginormous move, especially nowadays on social media. You'll hop on social media and you'll see everybody just make a bunch of money, and then
Printing.
you kind of feel left out, and that's kind of where the
Yeah.
FOMO starts kicking in. At least for people that I've seen in my group.
Yeah, it has to be tough for some new traders out there, especially if you're on social media, because it is not. I kind of made the reference to Poker Stars, where it's like when we were all playing poker in high school, we're like, oh man, look at all these badass hands that they're playing on Poker Stars on ESPN, and then you go to a poker
Yeah.
table and you're just dealt total shit the entire time. You're like, what? We're not watching the same or playing the same game here. And it's like the realistic part of trading is that you're probably going to have a lot of days where you're just down a couple $100. But you go on
Yeah.
social media and
Very
everyone's
true.
up like 20 G's. And are we playing the same game? It's like, yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
It's just selective in what we're
A
showing.
little differently. Yeah.
A little differently, yeah. Don't get poker star chat.
Hey.
Real trading is nice and boring.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, we got a 5-minute 3-bar reversal in the NQ.
Ooh, good call. Oh, most definitely. So what would Dakota do? He would get long like 664 and put a stop at like 600s?
He would have front run it. He would have been long already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The stop below settlement.
Yeah. Animal. Johnny, what are you seeing in this markets here?
So right now, 1 hour on NQ, still respecting that gap here. It looks like we're getting a 5-minute change here. I want to see a nice closure above the opening price of this first down close candle here.
Cool.
If not, then I'm expecting another drive lower on ES, but this is honestly looking pretty decent. We're coming up to a 15-minute bearish gap here.
Yep, we're getting up to the...
But if we can get a
Mhm.
close here and then get another candle forming here and form a 5-minute gap, I'd look to enter off of that.
Nice. We're getting up to the 4-hour range high as well. I think
So
that's
getting
what
into a momentum
you're
trade.
close, though.
When you get into a
Mhm.
momentum trade like this, how much are you looking to take out of it? What would your profit
What do you
target
mean?
be?
Like,
So you're waiting for
I'm
it to get
really
a
just
little
aiming
higher.
for. I'm really just aiming for like a 2R, 3R.
Okay. What kind of risk? Below the previous candle or
Yeah, usually like below a candle's low. Like for example, if I were to enter right around here, I would put my stop here under this candle's low.
Gotcha.
Nice. How often are you switching markets to see like a preferred setup? Like what markets are in your rotation?
I'm really just trading indices like ES, NQ, YM sometimes.
Nice. Shout out to all the YM traders out there. It's a market too.
Yeah. I have a question about
really is.
YM on the live accounts. I know I don't see YM on here.
Mm-hmm.
You have to like, is that like a separate like subscription or whatever?
It is different exchange.
Different exchange,
Gotcha.
yeah. So the Dow
Like
trades
it's-
on they're all owned by the Mercantile Exchange, but there's different exchanges. It's like an umbrella system.
Order filled.
So the Dow would fall under
gotcha.
the Chicago Board of Trade. Gold falls under the
Comex.
COMEX.
Right.
Crude oil's under the NYMEX. So depending on what market you want to trade, you would need a different data feed from the exchange for that.
Gotcha.
That's pretty frustrating though, isn't it, JD? It's like, can't they just package all the indices in one for all the retail traders? Like they can't just do that for us?
It just
YM
sounds too
has
easy,
to be
doesn't
on
it?
its-
You know?
It does,
Right.
right? YM has to be on its own exchange. Are you kidding me? It's so annoying.
I kind of like
We should all
long
write
sit
on-
in the NQ.
Yeah. 700s have offered no resistance whatsoever.
See if we can come back lower here to tap into this gap if we form it.
Yeah, if we can get support around 700s, like maybe, I would like to see a little bit of a consolidation. That would be awesome for potentially a long, but this might just moon. Kind of in a low volume node too on the volume profile. We're kind of right in between
Yeah.
a bunch of spots. I mean, almost no volume traded at like 715s, 716s. It's kind of funny how that lines up with like support and resistance sometimes. We're getting right back up to that 1 minute range that I wanted to short the first time. Paper handed it.
It's got the weirdest. It's got super dark outside my window here, and
Oh, yeah.
I felt like a shadow creeping up behind me. There's a bad storm in Chicago right now.
You're just getting crushed all day. All day. I'm like ready to like.
Are you guys
Like
dealing with a
nighttime.
bunch of wind too?
Not really. At least I'm not in Chicago. What about you, JD? Is it windy out there?
I can hear the wind from where
Oh,
I'm
wow.
sitting. But man,
These
it's
trees
just
aren't
got
doing nothing.
super dark. Super dark.
We're about in the same hood, JD, so we're probably getting whatever you're getting. Yeah, it is very dark outside. Chat, if we get disconnected, blame ComEd.
Blame ComEd.
Super dark in West Chicago. Nice. Okay, rejected 700s. Back down again. Okay.
Nice 100-point move there, real fast.
I'm so happy Nasdaq is back. We're doing, 50.5-minute ranges again. It's the life.
Don't you just love the volatility? You get spoiled from volatility too.
How can we not? It did get a little too volatile, I think, like a couple days ago, and then we're all like, I don't know, I'm sick of this volatility. Now we like it again. Let's see if we can set up. So you're still looking for longs, Johnny? You're looking for a setup to get long here?
Yeah, I like longs. I want to see if this 5-minute opens up a gap here. Right here at 235. Yeah, I really like those highs over here on ES. I'm thinking ES can push up to there on power hour.
Yep. Someone in chat was saying head and shoulder pattern, and we're kind of at that's where kind of you're facing. Maybe the left shoulder or the right shoulder, or is the furthest right on the screen potentially to be turning into a head and shoulder pattern? Do you believe in that stuff? Oh, it's pretty clean though. That's a very clean head and shoulder on the 5-minute. Neckline is actually point of control at 5700s. That's interesting. Like, shout out chat.
Head and shoulders, huh? How would you
Yep,
measure that? Would you measure like the whole like? You measure it like
would
this?
be.
Isn't this how you do it?
Let's see. You can pull up his charts. Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, like their charts are up. Yep. Measure it down.
That you get the measured move.
That's the measured move, and then shoulders. Yeah, top of the shoulders would be about like 57.10, give or take.
Okay.
So there's a potential head and shoulders pattern.
I think I may take a long. If we can tap into this gap right here, I'm long. I want to see us tap into this 5-minute gap. Even set some limits here. We can come back lower. Go limit buy. Go 4. And get back into this gap here.
Nice. Yeah, what is holding? 700? Maybe. I'm gonna switch
back over to the end.
680s. Oof. That was a big one.
Looking for 680s?
If we can get a pullback to 680s, it could be a good long setup, yeah. Nice little 1-minute range. We're kind of stair-stepping higher. Could be a good
this 15-minute engulfing is nice too.
Nice. Yeah, let's see if we can get it.
You're going to get your 80s.
We're in?
Okay, here we go. So my stop loss would be under this candle's low here.
What's the price?
80 and a quarter.
643.50.
Nice.
643.
We're both long.
What's your entry price on that trade, Johnny?
679 and a quarter.
679 quarter. All right. Dolby, what'd you get? Did you get 80 on the nose?
80 and a quarter.
80 quarter. 679 quarter and 680 quarter.
See if these buyers come back.
Everyone's getting long. Here we
I
go.
like the risk reward here.
Mm-hmm.
About, let's see. About almost a 6R trade. We can get that.
Wow, you're going for a big one. 6R. You're going for what? New highs or just high day?
Yeah, high of day. So the logic here, if ES is going to want to come up to these relative equal highs of 57.39, it should drag up NQ with it.
Okay. All right.
I got the same crack. I just had the same crack of thunder outside my house, Dolby. We live like a mile from each other.
Yeah, no, we're just like, oh shit, it's coming.
Did you see my lights flicker for a second too?
Oh,
I'm gonna be out of here in a minute.
Yep. Chad, it was nice knowing you. Chicago's going dark.
All right, house account and Johnny both long. Johnny long 678.25. House account. I'm sorry. Yeah, 679.25. House account long 680.25. Hovering right above that right now.
Yep. I got a test of our entry. If we can get some new highs, we can get into break even. Spent a lot of time around our entry. Get a little wiggly here in the ladder too. See if it perks up. Still need to get over those 700s.
Travis sees a 3-bar reversal on the short side. I don't know. What time frame are you looking at, Travis? Maybe on a 3-minute, you would get that. Is a 3-minute as valid as a 5-minute on a 3-bar reversal?
I think so. You're a 3-minute guy.
I'm looking at a 3-minute right now. I kind of like this
lower highs. Got some lower highs we need to figure out here. Okay, kind of breaking it right now. That's cool. We can go to break even on this trade because we got our initial test of entry a couple times, so we're risk free. Johnny, you still in it?
Yeah, I'm still in it. I already made my bed. I'm gonna lay in it. I'm not risking too much. The risk is 286. The reward is 1688.
Yeah, this is a cheap trade.
Yeah,
this is definitely a cheap
trade. I really want to see this gap here hold on the 5-minute. If we start invalidating it and start coming back lower, this trade idea isn't super valid anymore. And I'd probably just call it a day, to be honest. Lock out and take the 3,600.
Yeah. All right, we're out.
That's a good day.
Flat on the retest of entry.
We're gonna ride this out.
Like a tick. Yeah, we just came back and stopped us out. We went to break even because we got our entry tested and it shot up and it just came right back again.
Yeah. See what happens here.
Yep.
We did that yesterday during the same hour. Moved our stop too early. I'm not saying that's going to happen again, but
no.
We talked about it.
Memory has a way of remembering certain situations.
Well, it was good out. Looking like a good out so far.
Yep. Hindsight Capital agrees with moving the stop to break even.
Hindsight Capital for the win, everybody.
Yep. Looks like the 700s could not hold, at least in the NQ. ES could be a totally different story. Get another consolidation. We'll try again.
Reading through some of these chat comments, Elvis, they're killer. A lot of them you can't see too. They're held for review. So a lot of the comments I'm laughing about, you can't even see.
It means they're extra spicy, chat. Also, the spiciest ones, the ones you can't see. Chat is like a shishito pepper. 1 in 10 comments is the hot one.
So the 3-bar reversal on the 3-minute seems to be playing right now. Yesterday's value area high, 19,644. Or I'm sorry, yesterday's high, 644. Value area high, 625. Settlement price, 620. 604. I have a VWAP at 620. Overnight VWAP. But man, it's
Still in the
going pretty
long.
I think
choppy here.
it's gonna go crazy.
What's going to go crazy?
I think 3 p.m. when it opens up here in a little bit.
Oh yeah, bananas. Power hour is going to be wild.
I'm going to go back to the news. I don't see anything new coming out right now. I love how Financial Juice puts the real juicy breaking bits in like the bright red blocks, so you know it's important.
Yeah, right.
Or what they consider to be important, at least.
What they consider to be important.
So what exactly is going on today? Is it a bunch of tariff talk? Is that what's going on?
Bro, it's Liberation Day. How do you not know
Well,
it's
yeah,
Liberation
I know that,
Day?
but
This is the most important day ever, apparently.
Well, I
This is
know
gonna
that,
be
but
the
I
day.
remember
The day
on Twitter.
is.
You might potentially announce the external revenue service for collecting tariffs. I think that's about it. I mean, I think a lot of people are going to be tuning in, though.
When's the IRS going to be
really
abolished?
opinions and
That's what we all want.
But if the IRS gets abolished, we are throwing a party. JD, you even showing up to work the next day if the IRS gets abolished? I mean, come on.
I might crack a
just
bottle
party.
to that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I might be hungover. It's like putting the tea in the harbor. Paying your stinking federal taxes.
That's a big deal. Big deal.
Not financial advice, by the way. Not financial advice.
What, to pop some tops if they
Pop tops, yeah.
no more IRS. We're popping tops.
Get myself some nice
this is
champagne.
So
Yeah, 1 p.m. is a really hard time to trade. I think it's actually slower than 2 p.m. I'm typically on for the 1 p.m.
Oh, you're
segment, and the
talking-
markets are not great.
You're talking central, right? I'm so
Central,
used
yeah.
to EST times.
Even though you're in Kansas, you still go by EST?
Yeah, weirdly enough.
Why is that? Any particular reason?
Yeah, you from there?
Just the whole way that the ICT concept universe is. Everybody goes by EST times, so I'm
gotcha.
just used to it now.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, makes sense.
Dolby
Certainly
Sunny in the
one,
chat says we're in the way of a tornado right now.
Great.
Yeah.
Love it.
They like to scare us every once in a while. We'll be fine.
We don't get tornadoes in Chicago.
Not since I was a kid. It's been a while since one ripped through the city.
No, the storm's actually pretty much
40
over.
years, I want to say.
Yeah.
Got to be 40 years since a tornado ripped through the city of Chicago.
Doesn't happen.
Damn.
It's getting a little heavy here. You're going to be able to hold these 660s? Kind of doing like a new kind of like stuck in between two different things here. It's a combination of like stair step shorts and longs. If we can't, depends which one wants to hold.
Gone real flat though. We're not getting
this thing is super
any kind of moves.
Well, I mean, kind of, JD. We V bounced 200 points, down 100, up 100 in like a 1 hour session.
Very true.
And when I say it's slow, I mean, it does feel slow, but we're still getting 50, 100 point moves. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, Sonny's threatening us with mass floodings now. Be careful. We do live.
What's next? Locust?
On the shores of the largest fresh body of water on the planet, right?
That's right, JD. You respect like Michigan Jet.
Right. I think I'm about to get stopped out for 285, 286.
Yeah. This thing might just want more blood. You're going back to 600s?
Blood.
Yep. Nasdaq must feed, JD. It's like the Matrix.
The Nazi was hungry that day, my friends. All right. Well, that's all the time we got for Rising
Right.
Stars. Johnny D, that was a quick hour. Thanks for joining us. That was nice covering up the markets, looking at trades. Thank you for sharing your analysis with us and your approach. Much appreciated. We're going to get you back on real soon. You got some love in the chat, too. A lot of people are very thankful for you being here. So thank you
guys.
so much.
Appreciate
Dolby
it.
time. You're going to see Dolby coming up in the next hour. We got Power Hour
yes.
coming up. David Green, Coach Dakota, Andre, and Dolby are going to be in here pulling pork into the close. Maybe scouting out some headlines before the real big announcement. It's supposed to be coming out at 3 o'clock Central Time, 4 o'clock Eastern Time. All right, folks, we're going to take a short break. Power Hour is coming up next. Thanks for being here. Top Step TV. Let's go.